My name is Diane Croghan, and I was born, I'm nearly 80 years old now, almost, and I was born in a county home in Enniscorthy. My mother went away and left me at the age of 3, and I went to a foster home, and I was in the foster home until I was 8. Then I was sent away, between 8 and 9, I was sent away then to a Magdalene Laundry in Wexford, and I worked there day and night. It was very hard, it was very tough going. We didn't get much food or anything, and I didn't know why I was there, I had no idea.
Diane Croghan is believed to be the youngest Magdalene ever. She was locked up when she was just 8 years old until she ran away.
Then I decided then that I had to get out of there. I was 12 years old, going on 13.
Diane and this girl in the photograph with her climbed into the back of a laundry van and escaped. They separated in Wexford town and Diane walked to Dublin.
And there was this gentleman standing outside of a hotel, and he was in uniform. And I went up to him and I said, "Excuse me," I said, "but could you tell me where there is some place where I could stay?" Now, so he said, "Have you got money?" And I said, "No, I haven't. I have no money." He said, "Look," he said, "Oh, hang on, I'll get you someplace." So he went in to use the phone in the Gresham Hotel, and he came back out a while afterwards, and he said to me, there is a hostel up," he said, directly, he said, around by the side of the Rotunda Hospital. He said, and he directed me what way to go. Go up to the top of the road, turn to your left, and then turn to your right. And he said, when you go up there, they know you're coming because I've rang them. Oh, I said, "Thank you very much." So then he handed me a half a crown, which was a lot of money then.
And that was the beginning of Diane's new life. But she often reflects on her extraordinary past.
The time in the Magdalene Laundry, in Mercy Convent in Wexford, was absolutely horrendous. Being in the laundry, you got up in the morning, I didn't know what time it was, but it was quite early, and you went to Mass. I was went to Mass first. And then when you came home from Mass then, you went in and you had breakfast, which was cocoa and cake, right? Then we went to work in the laundry. And that went through all day long. We didn't have any breaks during the day. If you wanted to go to the toilet, and none had to come with you. When you were going to the toilet, you weren't allowed to go to the toilet unless there was somebody with you. And then in the evening time then, we had a kind of a stew, I think it was, or something. It was all potatoes and vegetables and things like that. We had that. And then we had to go then to night prayer. And then we had to make up our beds. They used to have to clean the dormitory, make the beds and everything else. Now, if you wet your bed by any chance, you were killed.
Diane remembers the beatings she got.
The leather strap that they had around their... I remember getting an awful hiding because I couldn't use my right hand. And when I was putting in the sheets into the calendar, and they were crooked, and I couldn't straighten them. You know the way you have to learn, and I used to get into trouble over the sheets, the sheets and the tablecloths for the town of Wexford, and it had to be dead straight, very straight. You didn't get it right, you were in trouble. That's it. You got a whack. We used to get our hairs washed once a week. We used to have to go to a big trough about that size, a sink, but they used to call it a trough. And you put your head into it, they washed your hair. If you were first in the queue, you were fine. If you were last in the queue, the lice used to be swinging on top of it, and you still put your head into it and washed your hair. Everybody got washed in the one tub.
Diane said it wasn't a place where you could make friends or allies.
But you couldn't talk to them. There was no conversation. You weren't allowed. You weren't allowed to talk or voice an opinion or anything like that. Oh God, no, that wasn't allowed. I didn't even know the name of the girl. I didn't even know the name of the girl who escaped with.
Nonetheless, these two children made a pact that saw them run to their freedom.
When they came out and took it and went in with it, we ran. And that's the last I seen of her. They said, I went home. I went home. They said I was 16. I wasn't 16 when I left. I was 13 and nobody bothered looking for me. She's gone. She doesn't mean anything to me. I never knew her.